Hello everyone, welcome back to This Day in Weather. If you're just joining this channel, this is where you can learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Today is March 18th. On this day in 1925, the 1925 Tri-State Tornado Outbreak, one of the deadliest tornado outbreaks in recorded history, struck a large portion of the Midwestern and Southern United States. The outbreak produced at least a dozen significant tornadoes and killed at least 751 people and injured close to 2,300, possibly more. The outbreak produced several destructive tornadoes in Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana, as well as significant tornadoes in Alabama and Kansas. In addition to confirmed tornadoes, there were undoubtedly others with lesser impacts, the occurrences of which have been lost to history. This outbreak included the deadliest tornado in United States history, which is also the second deadliest tornado worldwide, an F5 tornado known as a Tri-State tornado that moved through eastern Missouri, southern Illinois, and southern Indiana. This tornado alone killed 695 people and injured 2,027 others. This tornado produced catastrophic damage across numerous villages and towns across all three states. Although it wasn't officially rated, it's widely accepted to have been equivalent to an F5 on the Fujita scale. This tornado was on the ground for 3 hours and 45 minutes and traveled for 219 miles with peak winds of over 300 miles per hour. The tornado touched down in Shannon County, Missouri, and moved to the northeast. The tornado immediately began to produce heavy damage to structures before it directly impacted Annapolis, where it destroyed 90% of the town and killed 2 people. The tornado then moved through Ballinger County, where it hit 2 schools and injured several children who were taking shelter. Deep ground scouring was observed as the tornado moved past Sedgwickville, and debris from the town was found almost 50 miles away. It then hit several other small communities, including Brazeau and Frona, before it entered southern Illinois and directly impacted Gorham. Over half of the town's population was killed, and the town was devastated as the tornado moved by. To the northeast, it hit the northern portions of Murfreesboro, where over 100 residents died as a tornado barreled through the town at an estimated forward speed of 62 miles per hour. Further east, the tornado crossed into Franklin County and narrowly missed the towns of Royalton and Ziegler and devastated rural areas before it headed towards the large mining town of West Frankfort. The tornado struck the northwest side of town, where, in a manner similar to what was seen in Murfreesboro, a number of densely populated neighborhoods, businesses, and mining operations fell victim to the tornado. At the Peabody Mine 18 in Caldwell, a large 80-foot coal tipple that weighed several hundred tons was blown over and rolled by the tornado. The tornado proceeded to devastate additional rural areas across Hamilton and White counties. In those 2 counties combined, 45 people died and 140 others were injured, 20 of whom later died from their injuries. The tornado killed at least 20 farm owners in southeastern Illinois and southwestern Indiana, more than the combined total of the next 4 deadliest tornadoes in the history of the United States. The tornado killed a combined total of 695 people, the majority of which occurred in Illinois. Total damage was $16.5 million 1925 United States dollars, but just over a century later in 2026 United States dollars, that's the equivalent to over $306.666 million. The outbreak as a whole caused $17 million 1925 United States dollars in damage, which would equate to over $315.95 million just over a century later in 2026 United States dollars. On this day in 1927, an F4 tornado took a 35-mile path through the Arkansas counties of Carroll and Boone. 24 people were killed and 110 others were injured. The funnel was up to a mile wide and destroyed the entire south half of Green Forest. Several members of entire families were killed and at least 10 homes were swept away. On this day in 1971, a low-pressure system from the Rocky Mountains to the Great Lakes produced high winds. In Hastings, Nebraska, winds gusted up to 100 miles per hour, and in Hays, Kansas, wind gusts reached 115 miles per hour. In Kansas, high winds caused $2,000,000 United States dollars in damage, which equates to over $16 million in 2026 United States dollars. In eastern Oklahoma, fires burned 50,000 forest acres. On this day in 1990, heavy rain caused extensive flooding on rivers and streams in Georgia. The floods caused 6 fatalities, and almost 7 inches of rain around Columbus, Georgia, caused $2.5 million 1990 United States dollars in damage, which equates to over $6.22 million in 2026 United States dollars. Over the northern Kinchafoonee Basin in Georgia, up to 9 inches of rain fell. That will close up this edition of This Day in Weather, but be sure to stay tuned in because whenever there's a new video, you will learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Please hit the thumbs up button to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button to be sure to never miss a new video. If you're just joining this channel, please check out all the other videos that have been posted on this channel. And please check out my Patreon at patreon.com/c/thisdayinweather for more content.